When I went to college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no idea what my major would be. I wasn't good at English or literature, like I didn't feel that way. And I've always been good at math, but then when I found economics, which is this application of kind of social sciences with math, and it was very interesting to me. Now, coming out of college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So that was why I was like, I'm gonna go to Venezuela. Like I want to get out of Mississippi. I want to get out of the South. I want to get out of the United States. And so I found the only, I looked for a job, truthfully, in South Central America, and ended up in Venezuela. I went to Spain. I took a bike, rode the Camino de Santiago from Pamplona to Santiago de Compostela.
Goodness.
And then I ran out of money, and I was like, it's time to come home. The first job I took was with the Mayor Williams in DC, and I was there for about a year. I really wasn't happy with being a low-level, kind of entry-level government employee, and so I decided to get into real estate. I think there have been multiple forks in the road. I think leaving the corporate world about 12 years ago, 11 years ago was a big step. I'd been working for large companies, and I didn't even know why I wasn't happy, but I'd become depressed, and I was just psychosomatic pain, and I wasn't sleeping, all kinds of things. And I said, like, that's not what I want with my life. And so that was when I moved to Nashville to start a restaurant, which also, the partnership did not work out. So I moved back to DC and started my company. So I think the major fork in the road was saying, well, I didn't even know it was happening. I think a lot of times forks in the road are obvious when we look back, but not necessarily obvious when we're in the moment. But I was really unhappy, and I needed to make a change. One of my first bosses, John Segretti, was, I think there was a time when I wasn't as aware of how I affected other people, or how my actions or words affected other people. And John gave me some advice and just told me, like, you need to have people on your side. And just because, if you're doing things for the right reasons and you have a good heart, they should know that. Wellness and self-awareness are massively important for any leader, any manager. Because if you're not aware of how others might perceive you or how you're coming across, and if you're not aware of yourself, you can't be aware of other people's feelings. I think for a long time I was kind of stuck in the rut of just doing things according to the way that we were taught to live life, just to continue down a traditional corporate path. And my struggle now is finding the right ways to spend my time and energy. About a month ago, I met a business coach named Tracy Hutton. And Tracy she was an amazing business coach, and then decided, most of what I teach, I can teach in about 7 sessions. And it's teachings around energy and strengths and weaknesses. And so most people think that strengths are the things that we can do, that we do better than other people in our office or other people in the world, and that weaknesses are things that we do less well than. And what Tracy teaches is that strengths are actually things that give us energy, and weaknesses are things that take our energy. So I think the hardest thing for me is figuring that out over time, because for a long time I just kind of followed the leader being, society or kind of Western ideals. I don't think about trying to be motivated. Not that I would have a problem with doing that. I think that the energy element of just doing things that give you energy has a natural way of keeping you motivated to do the things you want to do. One of the problems is when we try to stay motivated with something that doesn't give us energy. Imagine how negatively cyclical that can be. So if you're trying to motivate yourself to do something that doesn't give you energy, then you keep investing more and more time, more and more energy in this thing that actually takes away your time and energy. It can be a pretty bad cycle. Meditation is a place to collect my thoughts, and the idea of meditation is that you kind of go into a subconscious state where you can reorganize kind of what's going on and then kind of apply that through an integrated process post-meditation. I cannot get through a day if I don't have a meditation in there somewhere. And what I need to learn, or what I want to be doing, is I want to be just kind of finding more times during the day just for really quick check-ins to see how I'm doing. I think the most important thing for me to tell my younger self was that all of these things that are happening to you, are happening to you for a reason. And the key for you is to try and find purpose in the good things and the bad things, because you're going to be okay. Just get through it. Don't, resistance is going to be more painful than not. There was a couple decades that were hard with depression and anxiety, and but when I think back and think, oh, if that one thing hasn't happened, or if this one thing hadn't happened, like these forks in the road that maybe were not necessarily decisions, then I wouldn't be where I am. Not like as a progressive, I'm so far, but more like I just wouldn't be here. I think for the future to be successful for me, I want to feel like I'm having an impact on the areas that I care about, and that is really influencing the world in beautiful ways and healthy ways. And obviously beautiful and healthy have different ways that we can define them, but for me it just means that allowing people to live a healthy, well life, so a wellness-based existence, and seeing how that has positive effects and ripple effects on themselves and the people around them.